Hey, it's me again, and in this lesson we're going to talk about the what the hell are we going to talk about? Let's talk about the Dorian mode, okay? I'm not going through these modes in sequential order. Rather, I'm just showing you them as I feel I like them personally. It's my own personal thing. If you want a more technical explanation of the modes, I would recommend going to some other source like truefire.com. They have incredible courses for guitar there that that are just really worth you exploring because they kick ass. All right, so now I in the previous lesson I showed you the Mixolydian mode. I showed you the major scale. That is the most important part because without the major scale you won't know anything about this. If you don't know the major scale, the minor scale, just go back and learn them. I've got lessons for that and they're free. Today we're going to talk about the Dorian mode. And what's the Dorian mode? Well, the Dorian mode is, again, it's a relative of the major scale, okay? Without getting too into details and music theory. Okay, what would you do with a Dorian mode? Well, a Dorian mode would work really well over a minor 7 chord because it's got a lot of the similar tones. The same tones are in it. This is a D minor 7 chord. A lot of people know it like this. Pinky out of there. Rooted off 5th fret on the A string, okay, that D. I'm going to play it like this though. Okay, because it enables me to do some slides. And how you play that chord is like, take your D chord up from over here, right? Slide it on up to the 5th fret. But now you're going to have to play it with these fingers because you want to catch that D note with this one here. So essentially it's that D chord, slide it over here, and with this finger you catch the root note way down there. And you're muting the D string. Okay? Getting back to this mode. This mode sounds really good over a minor 7 chord. Okay? We're playing a D minor 7 here. Why am I playing D minor? Why did I pick D minor? Why? Because in previous lessons I showed you the C major scale, okay, and its fingerings. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping this all similar so that if you've mastered only one fingering of the major scale, which in this case would be C major, and its relative minor, A minor, you'd be able to play that same pattern over this little progression that I'm going to play. Okay? It's not even a progression. I'm just going to play a static thing in D minor 7. And you'll be able to play C major. The only thing that's going to be different is the root note's going to be shifted. Now we're playing in the key of D. Okay? So all the root notes are going to be Ds. Here we go. Check it out. Play that minor scale I showed you. Okay? Or A major, C major, sorry. Okay, same fingering. Only we're playing over D minor 7. Here we go. So there's the D Dorian mode, okay, and it shifts around just like all the other scales. So let's say you're playing a B minor 7, and you want to mess around with Dorian mode in B. Go one step lower to A and play the major scale. A major scale. So if you're playing in B, That's how you can look at it. And so if you have your major scale down already, all the box patterns, you'll be able to float around playing any of the modes, really, because they all work like that. Remember I showed you about the Mixolydian, how G Mixolydian is the same fingering as C major or A minor, same fingerings. Well, it's the same thing with this mode. Just look at the chord you're playing. If you're playing an E minor 7, you want to know what to play? Well, go a whole step down to D and play the D major scale. That's the fingerings of E minor 7. So let's try that. E minor 7. I want to play Dorian mode, so I know that D is a whole step lower, and I can play the Dorian mode by playing that D major scale. And hey, that's funny. Look at that. That's the B minor scale, see? I don't want to throw too much your way, but you can look at the Dorian mode as the same fingering as a major scale. In other words, again, if you're playing in B minor, look at what's a whole step lower, play the major scale for that key. A major. Okay, so A major and B Dorian have the same fingering. Experiment with this and you will get it after a while. This is not really rocket science. It's not easy. It's going to confuse you a little bit at first, but once you got it, you'll have one of those aha moments and you'll realize that old Willie has taught you the Dorian mode. That Guitar Show.